What if one aircraft crash does not just kill people, but kills creatures, poison nature, can generate over 50 tons of toxic waste, and destroy the generations of dreams? Welcome to my channel Galactic Healthy Hub. I'm Varghese George.
What impact of an aircraft crash on mankind?
Yes, one aircraft crash in India can cause multiple serious losses beyond just the crash site. Here is the detailed breakdown. Passengers and crew most tragic and immediate loss. Many people die or are seriously injured. Rescue workers, sometimes rescues are also harmed during fire or hazardous material exposure. Psychological impact. Families of victims suffer long-term trauma and grief. In a matter of seconds, the sky turns from blue to black. A single aircraft crash, but the impact far beyond just twisted metal. One aircraft crash can shake the planet, but awareness can stop the next. Remember the lives, protect the skies, and let no fall be in vain. This is not just aviation, this is humanity. In the ripple moves outward, families shattered, children orphaned, dreams buried in the breeze. Each seat on that plane held a story. A dreamer, a father, a scientist, a student. When the aircraft goes down, it is not just 300 passengers lost. It is 300 worlds extinguished. Among the passengers might have been tomorrow's inventors, doctors, peacekeepers. Their absence is a silent deficit in our future. A crash does not just scar the earth, it poisons it. Fuel spills into rivers, toxic fumes, cloud the air, wreckage destroy fragile ecosystems. One aircraft can leave a wound in nature that takes decades for those left behind. The trauma is lifelong. Survivors reply to the screams. Families hear the final phone call. Rescue workers carry the images home. Grief does not die with the fire. It echoes endlessly. When an aircraft crashes, the world mourns the loss of life. But what most people never see is the mountain of waste left behind. What waste is left after the plane crash? A single commercial aircraft like a Boeing 787 can weigh over more than 40 tons, made of metal, plastic, rubber, glass, and advanced composites. After a crash, most of the plane is reduced to distant wreckage. Around 30 to 50 tons of solid waste must be recovered, sorted, and often buried or incinerated. But a solid metal is not the only danger. A crash creates toxic waste that seep into the earth, air, and water. Jet fuel leaks up to 20,000 liters per aircraft. Battery chemicals from modern electronics. Hydraulic fluid and coolant. Fire lighting foam used to rescue, often PFAS-based toxic forever chemicals. These chemicals contaminated local ecosystem, harm wildlife, and may remain in soil for decades. Crash sites also become biohazard zones. Remain blood and tissues must be respectfully recovered and sanitized. Clothing, personal items, food, medical waste, and body fluids all are potential carriers of disease if not properly handled. Debris is taken to secure locations, but the cleanup is not always green. Much is incinerated, releasing CO2 and dioxide. If the crash occurs in protected forest, mountains, or oceans, the environmental cost increases tenfold, damaging entire ecosystem just to retrieve and dispose of the wreckage. A plane crash ends lives in seconds, but its waste lingers for decades. Let us fly safer, cleaner, and more responsibly for the people in the sky and for planet below. Aircraft crash wounds human heads and planet and global trust in aviation. To prevent a new normal, we need a galactic health, a union of technology, empathy, ethics, and global coordinations. In seconds, several hundreds of lives are lost in an aircraft crash. But what remains? The wounds the world rarely sees, wounds in our heart system, our economy, and our collective future. In the immediate aftermath, brain physical trauma, burns, fractures, spinal injuries, survivors live with lifelong scars, both invisible and hidden. Recovery may take months or years, draining hospital resources and pushing victim into chronic disability. But what about the wounds that never show on scars? PTSD, anxiety, depressions. These can't survive families, pilot, and even first responders. Mental health care is often ignored, especially in developing regions. One crash leaves an entire circle of people emotionally broken. Invisible loss due to one aircraft crash. Broken the futures. A scientist with an unfilled patent. A child with the potential to change the world. A teacher whose student will now remain untaught. Lost those not just of life but potential. A family reunion that never happened. A lover waiting at the airport forever. A mentor who was the lifeline of a student. A single commercial aircraft can cost up to 800 crore rupees in a crash that is completely lost. Airlines pay huge sums of compensation. But in every disaster there is a lesson. Improve safety, train better, respect nature, heal trauma, learn, move forward. No crash is just a technical, it is a human. And human problem need human solutions. Galactic health is not only about space, it is about humanity reaching beyond the earth together. Each life lost is a thread cut from that cosmic web. Behind every takeoff, there is a carbon cost. Behind every crash, there is a human loss. Behind every emergency landing, there is a fear that lingers for life.
A happy news awaits all sky travelers in the near future. Flying will be safer than ever. No more fear, no more tears. Stay tuned and watch my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching Galactic Health Hub.